an article came out that said that Alabaster City school systems were rated an A, but I was a little confused as to what all went into that. So we are going to meet with Dr. Wayne Vickers, and he is going to tell us exactly what that means and break it down for us.
We are very proud to announce that we were one of the 26 A districts in the state out of 137 districts, and we scored a 91. And to get the history behind that, that was an act of our legislature probably about 6 years ago about setting up an A through F report card. So we all know that most grading scales are based on an A through F. And what the legislators were trying to do was give our parents something that they could relate to. If you're an A, if you're a B, if you're a C. And most parents across the state have a very good understanding of that. It's very hard to put down into metrics what actually happens in a school day to day. So I'm very cautious, even though we celebrate an A, there's so many things that whether you receive this grade from the state or not, I feel that we're an A district and that we have excellence going on in so many different areas. As you know, this is our 7th year as a school system. And we have had 2 other report card releases as well. The first release, we were an 87. Last year's release, we were an 85. And this year, we're a 91 as a district. So what does that mean? And I think that's a very fair question. And I'm going to just mention some things that I think that people need to know. There are 6 categories as a district that the State Department of Education pulls data and rates us on. Okay. And it's the Plan 2020 accountability system. So in our Plan 2020 accountability system, academic achievement is 20% of our district's grade. Academic growth is 25%. Graduation rate is 30%. College and career readiness indicators is another 10%. Chronic absenteeism, 10%. And under the new ESSA federal law, progress in English language proficiency was 5% of our district total. So when you add all that up, you know, it equals 100. And the scale is based on an A through F. A being 90 or above. Well, our score for this year was a 91. So when you take all of those categories into place, I think it's a pretty fair assessment of what's going on. It's not a complete assessment of what's going on. It doesn't touch on all of the advancements in extracurriculars, all of the wonderful things we have going on in our arts programs, all of the mental health and other things that we're doing on behalf of our students. You know, it doesn't touch on all those things. Right. And to me, I think the state superintendent, Eric Mackey, made a comment, you know, there's got to be some other things that we include to show the things that are going on for a true comprehensive assessment of what's going on as a school system. So when you look at those grades, a 91, you want to say, well, what does that mean? It shouldn't tell, and our parents are so involved. I love our parents in our community. And I'm a parent too. I mean, I just graduated my last one from Thompson High School. So I understand, what I enjoy is they understand the progress that's been made in our school system since 2013. So I don't think it's any surprise to anyone in our school district, parent, city council, any of the individuals, mayor. I think they're not surprised that we're an A district.
No, I don't think anyone was surprised by that.
Yeah, I think that they knew that was our goal. Because when we started the school system, you know, in the city council and mayor pushing that and making that happen, the hope was that we would be able to give more to our students, to provide more opportunities. And that has been significant. And the differences that you see on whether it's Friday night or whether it's band competition, whether it's dedicating a Bussendorfer piano and having an orchestra perform for our community, those are things that everyone envisioned, and now we see them becoming reality. And so that kind of gives everyone a nutshell. AL.com has a very good article, but you have to go through it 2 or 3 times because there's like 6 different stories in there. There's a story about school systems that had all A's, at every school. There's a school system about, there's a story about the 26 that had A's as a district and those types of things. So what I would tell everyone, the best tool for really finding out where you are is the State Department of Education's website, alsde.edu, and there's a tab that says report card. And the wonderful thing that I like now is to go in and you can do compare schools. And you can put Creekview, Meadowview, Oak Mountain Elementary, Inverness Elementary, and click it. And then it compares all of those schools, their report card grade, it compares all of their different demographics, it gives an explanation, as far as poverty levels, all of those things. And I think if people do that, they're going to be very pleased at where our schools stack up. So I'm so proud of everyone. And people don't realize that this type of work, our business is academics. The arts and athletics are important as well to have a full comprehensive school. But, it's about the academics. And I'm very pleased with the work that's been done. And we plan to continue to improve. Now, some changes next year. Hard to believe they're going to change again. I think this is the third assessment our K through 8 teachers have had to face. And I'm so proud of them for not getting frustrated and not getting overwhelmed with all these changes. We went from ACT Aspire in our first report card series, then we went to Scantron, and now we're moving to the ACAP. But the good news is the ACAP assessment is based on our standards. This will be the first time we've really had a test that will be based on our standards for our state. So we think our teachers are teaching our standards and doing a great job. And we think that's going to show up in the assessment. The school business now is a very, very time-consuming workload. And I see teachers working late. I see people, emailing me on the weekends. So I know they're working and thinking. So I'm proud of where we are. Our goal is to be one of the top 10 school districts in our state. And that is a goal that we've worked diligently toward since 2013. And I want to praise all of our students and parents for the work they've done. We've had some outstanding athletic programs. Our arts programs are just unbelievable. It is an exciting time to live in this city. And I believe the best is yet to come.